red skies, volcanoes vomiting rivers of fire, clouds of poison swirling above pits of flame, traps everywhere. Is this the demon realm? Sevyn's voice quivered with awe. He drank in the vision, a wasteland of black stone and molten ember, rivers of lava snaking through canyons, skies boiling with crimson and violet lightning, the air stung with sulfur, burning his lungs. Basalt pillars loomed like broken gods, twisted trees clawing at the storm. Distant roars rolled across the plain, and the ground shivered with hidden power. Sevyn's imagination galloped wild, a storm of fear and exhilaration, every heartbeat echoing the peril and beauty of this otherworldly domain. Not quite, Sevyn, but you're close. We're not in the demon realm, though its shadow lingers here. This is the first of 5 prisons I forged. Each a fractured world, a warped reality locked behind walls of magic and memory. These aren't lairs, but bulwarks, fortresses built to keep nightmares at bay. Ruabaki's voice was a wind through haunted corridors, stirring unease and adventure in equal measure. Barriers from what? Sevyn asked, his eyes wide with curiosity. He leaned forward, eager for answers. The souls of the wicked, Ruabaki intoned, regret crackling in every syllable. The garnet stone at his hip throbbed with a sinister glow. When I first became the Garnet Warrior, I believed I could save the world single-handedly, righteous, unstoppable. But the truth hid in shadow. The stone that gave me strength also devoured every demon soul I slew, turning their essence to power I could not control. With every victory, the stone grew heavier, my mind darker, until I lost myself in the abyss and stained my hands with innocent blood. That guilt is a chain I wear still. His confession fell like a shroud, suffocating the room in sorrow. A hush descended, dense and suffocating, thick with dread and unspoken guilt. Sevyn leaned in, heart pounding, swept into the undertow of Ruabaki's haunted past. "What happened?" he breathed, voice quivering with concern and fear. "The stone's hunger blinded me. I saw demons where there were only innocents. I tried to banish an entire family, but they were just people. When I realized the truth, guilt devoured me. I begged for punishment. And when I awoke, I was in the Garnet Realm, surrounded by demons. My grandfather was waiting, binding me to the stone again. I still don't know why." Ruabaki's voice trembled, anguish vibrating in every word. Shabaka's eyes glimmered with awe. "Our grandfather was a visionary, a three-eyed owl who saw the threads of fate before they were spun. His foresight wove the Garnet Realm itself, a tapestry of riddles and strategy. He was a grandmaster of the future, while the rest of us stumbled in shadow, blind to the game he played." "You're right," Ruabaki agreed, admiration burning through his gloom. There was a savage brilliance in his madness, terrifying and magnificent. Let me tell you of his strategies and how his chaos shaped the world we walk. Sevyn, still processing everything, asked, "But how did you create the 5 prisons?" Ruabaki's eyes burned with conviction. "Here, Garnet Warriors wield great power, but faith, hope, and unity matter most. I couldn't face every demon alone, so I built these prisons, worlds within worlds, to hold them until I found a team I could trust. You, Shabaka, all of you, you are the hope I've waited for through 1,000 lonely battles." Sevyn raised an eyebrow, sounding skeptical. "If you have all that power, why do you need me? There are 31 other warriors with the same abilities." Shabaka joined in, teasing, "Good question. What makes Sevyn so special? Aren't we all just Garnet Warriors?" Ruabaki's grin was fierce, eyes smoldering. "Yes, we're all Garnet Warriors, but none of us loved a demon, Sevyn. That's your gift and your curse. You carry the bridge between worlds in your heart. You could be the spark that changes everything, joining fates, forging new legends." Sevyn laughed, unable to hide his disbelief. "The key to an unwritten future?" Really? I was just a middle school teacher. My days were about grading papers, coaching basketball, and enjoying a glass of wine in the evening. Now I'm supposed to go on a quest that will test my courage and loyalty. I understand your doubt, Sevyn, Ruabaki said, leading the group toward a castle clawing at a storm-churned sky. The fortress loomed, all jagged spires burning with crimson runes, a monument to demonic hunger. Its iron gate gaped wide, fanged with carvings and shadow. The land around it was a graveyard, broken shields and banners, bones half buried in ash. The air seethed with the memory of battles lost and pain unforgotten. "Warriors, gather around!" Shabaka called out, breaking the silence. "A horde of demons is getting close to the new fortress. They're moving fast from the outer zones, and we don't have much time to act." Ruabaki and I checked the second and third zones, but the demons left no trace. As for how many are in the castle, we can only guess. But they're not here for a friendly visit. The urgency was clear in his voice. The warriors exchanged nervous glances and whispered among themselves. Ruabaki looked serious. "The castle is dangerous. There are many patrols on the ground and in the air. Outsmarting them is essential for our survival, or we could become their next victims." The threat felt very real. A skeptical voice called out from the back. "If we're planning an attack, why is our newest warrior hanging around in the castle window? Did anyone tell him what's going on?" Meanwhile, Sevyn clung to the castle window, cloak drawn tight, breath fogging on slick, cold stone. The air reeked of blood and burning incense. Peering inside, his pulse thundered. The throne room sprawled in darkness, banners of flayed hide fluttering in green firelight. At its heart, a throne of skulls and rune-burned bone loomed, surrounded by demons in every monstrous shape. Sevyn sent the vision through the telepathic web, dread prickling every mind, a warning of power and peril coiling in the dark. Suddenly, an internal patrol appeared, towering and monstrous, as if conjured from the darkest corners of a fevered dream. Their bodies shifted and warped, casting shadows that twisted across the ancient stone like phantom vipers flickering with venom. Each heavy footfall sent shockwaves through the corridor, as if the world itself might break. The metallic clink of their armor became a harsh, discordant noise, ringing like haunted bells tolling for lost souls. Sevyn's breath caught as their lantern-bright eyes cut through the darkness, beams of alien fire scorching the corridor and threatening to unravel everything. Adrenaline surged through him. He recoiled, the jagged edge of the window cutting his palm, caught between oblivion and revelation. In that tense moment, Sevyn acted on instinct. He took a sharp breath, the air cool and bright. He threw his cloak open, and glowing sigils appeared, swirling around him like stars. The fabric shimmered and shifted, breaking up his outline with flashes of color and sound. The air filled with chimes and echoes, turning the corridor into a place of forbidden magic. A portal opened before him, its edges spinning with light and color. With a desperate leap, Sevyn dove into the portal, disappearing as reality shifted behind him. He fell from the portal, landing hard as his knees buckled on strange, shifting ground. The earth beneath him seemed to move with his breath. The air burst with color and sound, surrounding him in wild magic. For a moment, everything spun. Reality twisted, colors blurred, and sound faded into a dizzy mix of fear and excitement. The risk he took was legendary. Everyone who saw it was left in awe, caught between disbelief and wonder. Relief and amazement mixed with the thrill of what had just happened, as if the world itself had stopped to witness Sevyn's bold move. What was that? Always the daredevil, are you? One misstep and you could have joined the ranks of the damned, Ruabaki exclaimed, his wide eyes reflecting the narrow escape that left him reeling with relief. Shabaka added, with a dark grin and unable to resist the temptation to tease, "If this is meant to be our beacon of hope, let's pray he lasts long enough to light the way." Sevyn shot back, a flicker of mischief lighting his features. "Come on, I had it all under control." His confidence in the face of danger was a beacon of hope for his comrades, inspiring them with courage and determination. Control! You nearly let an ogre send you flying to your doom. Do you have a death wish? Ruabaki countered, his hands thrown up in exasperation and disbelief. Perhaps it was reckless, Sevyn admitted, his bravado waning. But regret, not a chance. You all witnessed what I saw. Those demons swirl around that throne for a reason. They're waiting for someone of tremendous significance. It's like a VIP event, and we absolutely must know who's on that guest list. His voice thrummed with electric intensity, igniting curiosity and determination among his comrades. Shabaka nodded solemnly, his expression shifting to one of deep contemplation. I stand with our new friend. If the demons feel secure in their lair, the one destined for that throne must possess unfathomable power. Who else could command such a grotesque assembly of monsters? This is no ordinary demon gathering. Our focus must shift from the minions within to the dark figure poised to ascend that throne. Ruabaki turned his fierce gaze upon Sevyn, raw intensity radiating from him like the heat of an engulfing inferno. Sevyn, how resolute are you in your abilities? Are you genuinely prepared to face the formidable adversaries that are ahead? The thought of you returning to your realm without mastering the Garnet Medallion is unbearable.